All right, kids, so here's the deal. We have a lot of issues as people with being humbled. And one of the things we do in Tony Cress Training Center, we do a thing called ViprPro. So you see this like tube-like system. It's just a tube. This one in particular weighs 6 kilograms, or I want to say 13.2 pounds, which doesn't seem very heavy when you're doing something like this, right? And it's not very heavy when you're doing something like this. But when you're doing something like this, boom, 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 that weight adds up, boom, boom, boom. Or like this, it becomes heavier, right? As soon as I get that away from my body, that weight becomes pretty heavy. Now, one of the other things with this that starts to, I want to say, frustrate people is the amount of options you have on it. People love options, but then when they get the choice of options and when they have to get into a different option, all of a sudden confusion sets in and frustration occurs. So if we look at this, right, you've got these little handles, right, boom and boom. You've got that handle on the back side. You've got this hollow hold here. You've got this hollow hold here. And then with these handles, I can grab here, I can grab here, I can grab here, I can grab here, and I can grab here, right? I can grab here, I can grab here. So there are so many different ways to do this, to use this tool. When we start to put them all together in one workout, if you're very new, you can get really frustrated. And what that is a process. It's a process of learning. And a lot of people don't want to go through the process of learning, they just want to do the thing. Rather than learn the thing and do it, they just want to do the thing. So they want to skip ahead through the process of education. And when it comes to training, I don't think you should skip ahead to the process. I think you should fully understand what you're looking for in terms of movement and then practice those things that you're looking for, so when it is time to move, you can do those movements, right? So let's just say I want to lunge, right? I want to lunge, and I want to lunge laterally. So I need to understand that to lunge laterally, I have to pick up my foot, I have to lift my knee, and I have to sidestep out to here, and then sit down and back on my hip here, so I don't keep going this way into my lunge, right? So on a sidestep plant, sit down and back, right? And then come back. Now, if I don't know those things, what will happen is I'll get out to here and I'll keep going. And you look at that shin angle and it's all jacked up. And if we don't learn the process and understand that we have to push our hips down and back when we get to that plant, then I'm not gonna push my hips down and back. So if I don't fully understand this process, right, and this is what the exercise calls for, is I want to side lunge, boom, side lunge, side lunge, side lunge. What will happen is I'll go here, and I won't be able to push off, or I'll tear my ACL because I don't know how to decelerate the movement, right? So instead of just jumping into that boom, 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 maybe I'll go here. Now understand that I have to go here, right? And then I'll go here, 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 and I'll go here. But I have to graduate to that speed. And most people aren't willing to graduate to that speed. They just want to be at that speed. So it takes a little humbling of where we're at to allow ourselves to get to where we want to go. Right? So this is the message. Do not, I feel like Michael Scott. Sometimes I start a sentence and I don't even know where it's going. Right? That's what just happened right there. So learn the movements. Don't just assume the movements and try to do them. Learn what it takes to do the movement, so when you do the movement, it actually is effective. Right? That's all I want to talk about. Right? So when you get into a Vipr class, learn the movements. Don't just assume them and think that you're gonna know how to do it when the time comes. Learn what it takes to do the movement, and then once you do that, you can actually speed up.